Hi there. We've just recorded this meeting just to let you know about the homework that is coming home this term. There is one more piece of homework that we are sending home linked to maths. So we just wanted to do a video just to go through what they were doing last term and the addition of the maths homework as well. So obviously they do their weekly spellings that they are given out on a Friday, and then they are tested on those spellings the following Friday. Obviously they do their spelling practice in their green spelling home book that comes home with them. And then we also do the times tables tests on the Friday. And I know that you all have that list of times tables and the weekly tests and which number we're doing for each week. Again, the children obviously are reading 4 times a week, and they're recording this in their reading journals. Please make sure they're recording after their reading. Some people are recording maybe at the end of the week. Just get the recording done as soon as possible to ensure that they've got those 4 reads a week when we have a look at their reading journals. Again, we've got a reading journal task that is weekly, and Mrs. Winter is going to go into a bit more detail about what that looks like, just for anyone that isn't too sure. And also they do their Bedrock weekly online as well.
Now, just to say on Bedrock quickly, Bedrock children are expected to do 1 lesson a week. I know some children like to do more, and that's absolutely fine, because Bedrock's really good. It will just progress with the children as according to how much they do and how well they're doing with their vocabulary. So children would like to do more than 1 lesson a week. That's perfectly okay. Right, so we just talk a little bit about the reading journals. Obviously children are expected to just record so we can see that they're reading regularly, and we can see the types of books that they're reading as well, because we find that really interesting. Children should know what books they are bringing home. We have spoken about that TAs do, and just make sure they are bringing their book home, ask them, and if not, let us know and we can prompt them to bring them home. And they should also be bringing their reading journal home every night in the next day. So children don't just have to record their reading. We're really up for them for setting it up like a journal, so they can jot things down and things they might have found interesting, something they might have found scary, or maybe a little prediction that they've got. So this little pink post-it note just gives you ideas of things that they might like to do. They've finished a book. I'd give this book 5 stars because there's an example here. This is from someone in year 4 last year, and she loved drawing little pictures and things for us, and we just loved that. It's really lovely to see them engaging with their book and treating this like their journal.
It's that excitement, isn't it, that interest in reading that we really want to get out of these journals.
And it's really, sometimes they write something down and I think, oh, I didn't know that about that book. So we really enjoy just finding things out, because they read so many books. We're very lucky that we can find out a bit from them. Then the reading journal task. This task is designed to try and get children to think about books that they might like to read, and books that maybe we've got on our bookshelf that they haven't picked up before. Just to say, the children, they don't have to write a lot. This is not designed to be a big writing task. It's designed to be more of a note-taking task. And there's 2 examples here, again from year 4, of how they've set it out. One's done bullet points and the other one's just written all around it. And children can present it however they like. And note form is fine, because we discuss it in class and we love to hear all their ideas, don't we, on that Friday? So it's a really lovely part of the day. And then the other thing I was going to talk to you about is just TT Rockstars. Obviously, year 4 is a big year for times tables, and you've probably already heard us from parents' evenings saying how important it is. TT Rockstars is amazing, and it's also really good at preparing them for this times table test that they will have in the summer term. I think it's summer 1, isn't it? May. In May it will be in the summer term. The test that they will have is exactly like this bit here called sound check, and they can practice it on TT Rockstars. And sound check is brilliant. It has 25 questions. It has 6 seconds per question, which is exactly the same as the test, and it helps them get used to almost the pressure. But actually, the more they do it, they start to realise that it doesn't need to be as scary as it is. So when our children, and by Christmas we will have covered 2s, 3s, 4s, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9s and 10s. So hopefully they will be able to have a good go at sound check, and then we'll introduce 11s and 12s just after Christmas. But yeah, do encourage them to have a go on sound check. If they want to practice a specific timetable, so for example, tomorrow we're doing the 9 times tables, jamming I think is the one that's really good there, because they can just select the 9 and just practice their 9. So that's a really beneficial one. Or if your child is saying, look, mum, or dad, sorry, I'm not sure about my 4s, go on to jamming and just practice the 4s. The other thing that can help if you do it with the child is if you say the times table so they hear it as well as see it, that can help them too. They can do it on an iPad, they can do it on a phone, or they can do it on a computer. Either is fine. When they do the test in the summer, we make sure they have a choice between an iPad and a computer. So as long as they practice on whatever they're most comfortable with, I would say is most important. So that's just an update on TT Rockstars and just how great it is at preparing them for the test in the summer term.
Definitely, it's definitely just about that speed and being able to type it in. I think we don't want them to make any silly mistakes, and that's why it's just so good to practice. So thank you, that's great. The addition this term is the CGP books we're going to be using. They're similar to the CGP books they've used in year 3, and we are just focusing on the maths CGP book. This is what it looks like. So this should be coming home in bags on Friday. We set a double page spread for each week. What we are going to get the children to do is circle, you can see here, they've circled the page numbers that they have been set, and they're also going to write the date next to the page numbers that they've been set. We want to do this so that you don't get confused between which questions they're doing and which pages they're supposed to be doing. So we will get all children to circle the number in their book. We also thought when we're setting the new homework that we'll get them to cross out these numbers again, so it won't get as confusing. They won't have too many circled numbers, so they will cross out the 8 and the 9. That is what is set for this week, and then it means that you know exactly which pages they're doing.
And just to say, with the CGP homework, it will always be on something that we have covered
yes.
In our math lessons. Maybe not that week, it might be going back to some prior learning, but it will always be something that we have covered in class.
And that's really good for consolidation, so yeah.
And the other thing is just to say that we want this in on a Friday again, don't we?
Yes.
Like all of our every piece of homework, the spelling test, the times tables, the bedrock, and this and reading journal. Our day to hand everything in is Friday.
Yes, definitely. So again, this week, this is just what the homework looks like. Again, as I said, a double page spread, page 8 and 9, and this is likely to be what they will, a similar amount to what they will do each week. I think that's the end. But yes, any questions? If you still have a burning question, or you're still not quite sure about what needs to come in, please just don't hesitate to call us or catch us on the playground, and we can answer any questions that you do have. Thank you.